Okay, my name is Simon, and in this video I am going to be walking you through the third challenge of lesson 22. So in this challenge we're going to be making a sprite using multiple sprites and layers. So what we're going to be doing is that we are going to what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a robot. So first of all, let's delete this costume and this costume. And let's make the base for the robot. So let's make a grey rectangle like that. And then we're going to just do a very simple legs. Just copy and paste those. And arms, which I'm going to just use legs and rotate them like that. Oh, okay, it didn't like that. Let's try again. Okay, and then do the same. And then we're going to make a head. So there we go. So quite rudimentary, that is. So what I'm going to do now is what I'll do actually is I'll just align it so it's in the center like that. Maybe not that high. Either way, that's good enough. So then what we're going to do, we're going to not open a new sprite, so I meant to click create a new sprite, and then we're going to draw some eyes. So let's just do 1, 2. Okay, so as you can see there, they're actually a bit too big, so they need to fit on his head. So let's undo that, and let's make the brush a bit smaller, not much smaller. There we go, there and there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually what I'll do, I'll just click in the center there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another sprite, and what I'll do, click here, and I'm just going to do a similar thing but with red eyes. And then the thing is though, these are going to have orange eyebrows, which are going to be quite thin. So it's not the best, but I'll just show you an idea of what we're doing. So let's move. Whoops. Okay, so what I'll do is if I press when 1 is pressed, let's say, go to front. So let's drag these to where the eyes should be. There we go, and then these, just drag on top of them. And then these, it's going to be go to front when 2 is pressed. Where's 2? Ah, it's at the bottom. Silly Simon. Okay, and then, so as you can see, when I press 1 and 2, changes what's at the front. But we want to put on here, when space is pressed, this goes to the front. So it removes the eyes, and then there's a bit of this eyebrow sticking out, so I'll just lower these. There we go. So you could choose what eyes you want. So now let's make a mouth. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do eyes, mouth, and a chest plate, or like a dial, a bit like if you've seen Star Wars, like Darth Vader's chest panel. So, except it's not going to be anywhere near as good looking as that. So, mouth. How do we draw mouths? I have no idea. Okay, so I think first of all, start with a really large brush. Let's give him a yellow mouth first of all. And then let's get an eraser. Give that a really large brush. And do that. That's close enough to a smiley face, so I'm not going to be able to get any better. Now it just looks a bit like a weird banana. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just get that and shrink it, and I'll put it roughly in the center. There you go. And if I put that there, I put this back, so one is, it should be aligned, so 1 and 2 are both on it, and then the banana, let's go to front when 3 is pressed. So if you're watching this to know how to do it, I'm just doing this. It's actually very simple, but it's quite a cool thing to do. It just takes a long time. So I'll keep recording. If you want to go ahead and start your own now, you can go ahead and do that. But otherwise, I'm going to keep doing this. So if I hit 3, you can see his mouth comes up. But those two don't really, well actually they do look okay together. But I'm going to make a sad smiley face. I'm going to make an angry face, so what I'll do, I'll use blue for this one. Blue, and what I'll do actually, because that was too big, is I'm going to use, that's too small. Let's try this. That, and then the eraser, I'm going to keep full size, so I can do this. So now, found out a little trick. If it saves, for some reason there's some weird thing with my recording software that when it saves it stuffs up, so this goes there. Okay, so script, actually what I'll do, just because I don't accidentally drag this anymore, I just do when space is pressed, go to 11:9, which is where it is. So when I bring it to the front, it goes there. So 1 and 3, and oh, I haven't actually. Let's just drag this here, copy it here, and get a when 4, I think we're on now. So 4 and 3, yeah. So let's do 2 and 4, 1 and 3. Oh, sorry, that was 1 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 3. So just in the face, you can see that you can create many different looks. Can't remember. Well, you could actually create, if I remember correctly, 4 different on each. So it's 1, you could do this mouth, or 1 with this mouth, or sorry, these or these. So just with these things, you can do 4 different combinations. And as soon as I add in another one, you'll be able to do another 4. Yeah, you'll be able to do another 4. So anyway, let's create a new sprite. Let's attempt a control panel. So I'm going to do this a darker grey. And let's shrink that down and bring that to the center roughly. There we go. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, don't know why I'm changing that, because there. Let's do a line from here. Let's get some yellow in. Pink. Let's go across the bottom like that, and across the top, and then finally let's get green, and let's go across like that. And what do I just drag it down so it looks like it's been covered? There we go, just like that, and there we go. So that's one control panel, and instead of drawing another one, I'm just going to duplicate this and paint it different colours. So paint, okay, let's try this colour for the here. We're going to do a dark green for here and here. Going to do a blue here, a purple here, and black here. So what we want to do, we want to move these to the same spot. There we go, and then we want to add a looks, or sorry, an event when space is pressed, looks, go to front, space, change that to a 5, and change this to a 6. Looks, front, 6. So now we can make not 1 and 2, 1, 3 and 6, 1, 4 and 5. You could do several different 2, 3 and... So as you can see, just with these things, you could do different combinations. So that is it for this walkthrough, and I will see you in the next video.